guys, it's Super and welcome to this tutorial. In this video we're going to be looking at how to download Windows 7 release candidate, and I'll briefly talk about making a virtual machine out of it. But I'm not going to cover all the steps, but I'll start you off basically. To get the release candidate, what you need to do is Google Windows 7, okay, and it should be, you should get two links here. They're purple for me because I've already visited them. And go ahead and click the second one, the one that's indented. Now, what I should tell you right now is that you will only be able to download this up until August the 20th, 2009. So after that, you won't be able to download it. But if you got it before, you'll still be able to install it up until Up until March the 1st, 2010. Okay, so next year, March the 1st. After that, you won't be able to install the release candidate anymore, even if you got it before August the 20th, 2009. And from March the 1st, it will start shutting down every 2 hours. And then on June the 10th, you will no longer be able to use it at all. Okay? That's because it's a release candidate. Eventually, they have to disable it. Now go ahead and download it. You need to select whether you want either the 32-bit or the 64-bit. If you don't know what this is, then just go with 32-bit. Select the language, click go. You need a Windows Live account, so either create one or log on to your current one, and then you can download it. Click download. It takes a while. It's about 3 gigs. And on that download page, also make sure you store the product key that it gives you in a safe place. If you closed it before that, just go back, go through this select language, download, and you can get a new one, okay? And without having to download the thing all over again, okay? But make sure you take note of a product key because you will need one. So 3 gigs takes a bit of time. Once you get it, it will be an ISO file, and I've also got the Windows product key here as well. That's the product key I got down for the tutorial. I'm not going to show it though, in case anyone tries to use it. Not that I need it actually, but I just won't anyway. 'Cause it's not like it's hard to get one, so. And you wouldn't be able to use it, ignore that. You won't be able to use it with the proper version of Windows because it's a release candidate key, so you won't be able to use it. Anyway, if you wanted to make a new virtual machine, all you'd have to do is go next, create a Vista one, 64-bit, name, blah. I'm just doing this really quickly. Yeah, 512. Now, actually, just quickly, I'll explain this. 512 is the recommended base memory size, but if you can go more than 512, definitely do. Because I went 512, pretty laggy, so I went with 2 gigs, I found that was smooth enough for me. If you can't choke up 2 gigs, 512 will do it for you, it's just going to be a bit slow, okay? So that's all. Create a new hard disk, yeah, why not? I'll do it quickly. It recommends 20 gigs, and I wouldn't say go any lower. And if you have to go lower, I'd say 15 gigs minimum. Definitely the lowest you could go is 15 gigs. Because Windows itself, the installation takes up space, so yeah, that's all I'm saying. Toot VDI.VDI, that should do it. So I'm going to stick with 20 gigs. Once you've created that disk, hard disk, virtual disk image, you're done with the setup. All you need to do now, go to the machine you just made, click settings, CD/DVD-ROM, and mount CD/DVD drive, click ISO image file. Let me just get rid of this one quickly, just to show you all over. Click add, and go ahead and find the place where you download the ISO of Windows 7 to. I put it on my desktop, there it is, 3.04 gigs, that's the right one. And then, so once you've added that, just click it, and then click select, and OK on there. Now once you start it up, it will automatically boot the ISO, which will be the setup for Windows and Windows 7, and it's really easy. It's just like the standard setup for any OS, which doesn't really need walking through, so I'm not going to bother because it does take a while. I want to keep this short. And now, once you've got on there, I just want to show you one thing, because I found after I turned it on, I had started up everything, and then I was on my desktop. I shut it down, restarted, and I couldn't get into Explorer.exe on the default account. On the account I had just made in the setup. Even though it was an admin account, it said it couldn't access it, and maybe it was because I wasn't an admin, even though I was an admin, as I just said. So I enabled the actual computer admin account called administrator. You know what I'm talking about, and I could use it properly there. So I'm going to show you how to do that. What you need to do, this is when you're in Windows 7 on the virtual machine. Go Start, All Programs, Accessories, and you need to start up the command prompt with as an administrator. So right-click it and click Run as Administrator. Bear in mind, you're not doing this on on your host OS. You're doing this on the virtual machine. I'm just showing you on my host OS on Vista, because I don't actually have a virtual machine which I can show you on a Windows 7 virtual machine. So unfortunately, so I have to do it on here. And then what you need to do is type net user administrator, and then /active : yes. Okay, and there's a space between net and user, and between user and admin, and between admin and the /, and then after that, no more spaces. Okay, and if you enter that, then switch user, and you should see the admin account, and I'd use that from then on. Also, once you've installed Windows, and you got onto your desktop, just close it down quickly, or after you've done some stuff you want to do, close it down. Or you don't even have to do this at all, really. It's just, it's kind of annoying if you don't disable it. Go Settings on that virtual machine, click the CD/DVD-ROM, and just disable the mount thing, because otherwise you'll constantly be mounting the ISO. And every time you start up, it will say press key to start DVD, and it takes a while to get past that. So if you disable the mounting, it won't ask that, it will just skip it completely. Okay, and also, just for extra insurance, you can, on the settings, go to System and just click Hard Disk and put it right at the top. And I disable floppy because I don't have a floppy. You can enable CD/DVD if you want and put it second. There's no actual point in doing that because it will always boot to the hard disk because you've got Windows 7 there. So it won't give CD-ROM a chance. All you'd have to do is you'd have to press F12 when it starts up, and it will say select boot device. If I show you quickly, there we go. Press F12 to select boot device. At the moment it's not working because I haven't told it to boot from the thing. I disabled the mount. But anyway, for now guys, over and out.